Some renowned manhwas have been completed with impressive endings in the past, and others are ongoing with stable popularity for a really long time. Providing a major deal of enjoyment, ongoing manhwas have a major disadvantage. They make readers wait weeks just for a few chapters, and some even get discontinued. So today I will be recommending you all top 10 completed manhwa and manhwa that you should binge read. So let's start a list.
But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Coming at number 10 we have Magician's Murim Adventure. Midran was a 78-year-old archmage who was stuck at the 7th circle for a long time, and even after searching for countless years, he couldn't find a way to reach the 8th circle. But one day, he mysteriously passes away in his sleep and gets reincarnated into a different world in the body of a young boy. Now with a chance to live again, he decides to recover his mana and find a way to become an archmage of the 9th circle. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is decent. The main character gets stronger quickly using the knowledge of his previous life. However, the ending is rushed and the story becomes a bit boring after a few chapters, so you can try it out if you have nothing else to read. Coming at number 9 we have Supernova. Yushin lived in a world where the rich decided everything and bullied the poor for no reason, but he was just an average person who was not particularly good at anything. However, everything changes when his weak friend commits suicide after getting severely bullied by the strong classmates. Now Yushin has no choice but to change himself and fight for what he believes in. This manhwa is all about the development of the characters. The main character is a wimp at the start but later trains with a powerful master and slowly becomes stronger. The action scenes are decent and the side characters are also well written. However, the pacing of the story is very slow, but if you're fine with that, then you should definitely give it a read. Coming at number 8 we have The Predator. Sangjin was an ordinary person who worked part-time at a convenience store, or at least that's what everyone thought. However, he actually lived with his friend that had turned into a human-eating monster. To keep the monster's appetite satisfied, he fed it humans whom he deemed to be evil. But everything changes when a girl named Ji-won, who believed the monster to be God, decides to move in with the two. Now with the police chasing Sangjin as the main suspect in the recent incidents, they have to somehow escape with the monster and make sure they aren't caught by anyone. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is good. The main character is naive at the start but slowly goes through character development as the story goes on. So overall this was a good read, but if you can't bear a dark story and gore scenes, then this manhwa is not for you. Coming at number 7 we have It's Mine. Do Yoo-hon was a high school boy who was obsessed with a girl named Dae-jung. But unable to approach her, he watches her every move from afar and would do anything to protect her. Now after knowing about a killer that was after Dae-jung, Johan must do everything in his power to protect her and find the killer before it's too late. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is good. The main character is very smart and makes a proper plan before doing anything. He's kind of a psychopath at the start, but he slowly goes through character development and becomes a better person. The side characters are also written nicely and they go through development alongside the main character. Coming at number 6 we have The Strange Tales of Oscar Zan. This manhwa shows the journey of the world's greatest paranormal investigator, Oscar Zan. He is a friend to lost souls and enemy of evil, and although he may lack a body, but he has a heart bigger than anyone. This manhwa has a good but cartoonish art, and although its story starts off confusing, it gets much better and deeper after a few chapters. The main character might look like a villain, but he is really kind-hearted and helps others without any conditions. The side characters are all amazing, and their sad and deep backstory gives much more depth to the character. Coming at number 5 we have Hell is Other People. Jong Woo-yoon was a young man in his 20s who moves to Seoul and rents a cheap room in a rundown building because he was low on money. The place was shabby and the residents were creepy, but Jong-woo still decides to stay until he had enough money to move elsewhere. However, when many weird and mysterious events occur in the building, Jong-woo realizes that the residents may be more suspicious than they seemed. This is a really underrated manhwa. Its art is not that good, but its story is great. The main character is a bit dumb and weak-hearted at the start, but goes through character development at the later chapters. All the side characters are weird and creepy, and they give you goosebumps throughout the story. So if you are a fan of psychological horror manhwas, then you should definitely give this manhwa a read. Coming at number 4 we have True Education. Na Hwa-jin was a teacher that worked for the Ministry of Education and was famous for his violent teaching techniques. He took on the teaching job when simple punishment didn't work on the bullies and taught them a lesson. and thus begins the journey of his true education to fix the collapsed school system. Both its art and its story are really good. The main character is overpowered, wise, and somewhat of an anti-hero, and the beating he gives to his bullies are also very satisfying to watch. But the thing I like the most is that each and every school he goes to has a completely different story, and the way he solves the bullied students' problems are also unique. Coming at number 3, we have The Sound of Magic. Anara Sumanara. Yun-A wanted to be a magician when she was little, but now she's poor high school student who cannot even afford new socks. But after meeting a mysterious magician at an amusement park, she finally decides to change herself for good and follow her dream of becoming a magician. This is a very unique and well-written psychological manhwa. Its art is not that good, but its story is just great. All the characters are well-written, realistic, and easy to relate to. Overall, if you want a short and unique manhwa, then this one definitely won't disappoint you. Coming at number 2, we have The Horizon. An apocalyptic war had wiped out most of humanity's population. This story follows the journey of a young boy and girl who unexpectedly meet in midst of war. After running away from the chaos, they come across a long empty road with no adults to help them. The two kids now become friends and walk alongside each other to see what's at the end of the road. All they hoped was to keep being able to move forward and find a safe place. But little did they know that a safe haven didn't exist, and the only thing waiting for them was despair and tragedy. This manhwa is a hidden gem. Its story is amazing and its art truly befits its sorrowful plot. All the characters are unique and their tragic backstory will make you sympathize with them. Overall, this was an amazing read and I'll highly recommend you to give it a try. Coming at number 1, we have Bastard. The protagonist Jin had lived a tough life. One of his oldest memories was waking up in a hospital having received an artificial heart valve and a glass eye, and as a student, he got relentlessly bullied for his disabilities. But Jin's school life was nothing compared to his home life, where he was raised by his father, a serial killer who targeted young women and forced the young boy to act as his accomplice. But everything changes when his father sets his target on the girl Jin had a crush on. This is an amazing thriller manhwa with elements of romance in it. The main character is a pushover at the beginning but goes through major character development after meeting the female lead. This manhwa is also filled with plot twists and well thought out characters that give much more depth to the story. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.